Good morning and welcome to New Day on Signature TV. It's your favorite weekend show as always, and we'll have lots of content lined up to keep you informed and inspired. It is the second day of August 2025. I am Chigichi Agoram, and I invite you to be a part of today's conversation on social media at Signature TV Official. You can go like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. Don't forget that we are live 247 on SLTV Channel 265. And you can download the Signature TV app from your Google Play Store so that you can get notifications each time a new program drops. Don't go anywhere. Up next, newspaper headlines and review. Well, if you're just joining us, welcome. This is New Day on Signature TV, your favorite weekend show. And of course, welcome to our newspaper headlines segment. First up, Saturday Independent. And above the mast, from surveying to kingship, Oba Egbeyemi perfects. I'll take that again. From surveying to kingship, Oba Egbeyemi reflects on 1 year of transformative leadership. Page 16, still on Saturday Independent, just above the mast. Traders frustrate fight against banditry, says Katsina Commissioner, with rider sell soft drink 3,000 naira, PMS 5,000 naira per litre to bandits, and make millions of naira on hard drugs. Below the Saturday Independent mast, why federal government may not recover 311 billion naira anchor borrowers loan, not even with EFCC, on page 8. On entertainment, Blessing Emanuela Amidu unveil mysteries behind secrets of the multiverse, page 9. Union's petition KMO issues 7-day deadline to resolve NAMA staff wages, page 3. Mark Obi meet in Oka at late Justice Nri Ezedi's burial with rider Soludo eulogizes virtues of departed legend. Page 6. How MFM extended hand of compassion to police in CSR field outreach, with rider donated shuttle bus CCTV palliative to Ibafo division. Page 30. Finally, on Saturday Independent, Benue IDP camp records 380 pregnancies and 49 births in 1 month. Next up, Saturday Punch. Falcons 150 million naira gift sparks outrage among retired soldiers, cops battling poverty. Two Babas remarriage raises legal questions on divorce and bigamy. Still on Saturday Punch, Nigerians must go. How Ghana's business rules, landlords' actions trigger xenophobic fear. Riders, Igbo community suspends Yam Festival. Traders allege restriction. President Mahama promises safety of Nigerians and property. Scary tales of Nigerian mothers soothing babies with alcoholic drinks. Seeing kids return from school after my son died in soccer way breaks me, according to Transporter. I stopped colleagues from killing traveler with cash-filled bag, retired DSP. 800,000 fresh undergraduates to face NDLEA drug test from September. And finally, on Saturday Punch, striking nurses to consider federal government's offer today. Over to the Saturday Times. Federal government unveils policy to tame trade unions and stop strikes. Page 10. Nigerian Army saves 100 students from dropping out of school in Zamfara. Page 4. Below the Saturday Times mast, 74% of minors in Nigerian detention centers held without trial, according to report. Page 2. On entertainment, Two-Faced iDIBIA finally ties the knot with Natasha Osawaru. Still on Saturday Times, Telecoms roll out new NIN verification platform for services. Federal government eyes 810,000 barrel daily boost from deepwater oil revival. And Nigerians are safe in Ghana. Mahama assures Tinubu dismisses xenophobia fears. D Tigress blaze into AfroBasket 2025 semi-finals on pages 4, 6, 11, and 5 respectively. Finally, on Saturday Times, Interior Ministry moves to digitize records and improve transparency, page 8. Over to the Weekend Trust. Nurses, federal government disagree over strike suspension. On 2027, voter registration to commence August 18. And 29 years after Pfizer vaccine victims speak. 29 years after Pfizer vaccine victims speak. Pages 24 and 13 respectively. On 2027, how Kaduna Forum missed targets. Why forest guards are yet to take off 2 months after, page 9. Encounter with illegal Nigerian migrants in Saudi Arabia, page 27. Finally, on Weekend Trust, ex-governors, 37 other senators silent in 10th Assembly, page 33. The Saturday Tribune, above the mass, we will support any candidate that will give us our set priorities in the North, according to Ardo, LND convener, page 8. On 2027, Northeast APC Youth Rally support for VP Shatima, page 4. Below the Saturday Tribune mast, ISWAP makes $191 million annually taxing locals in Lake Chad region, according to report, page 3. Akarigbo, Awolowo Dosumu, Dabiri Erewa, others harp on legacy preservation at Soil Foundation launch, page 3. Adeleke is not joining ADC, according to spokesman, page 7. My wife used to slap me, lock me up, Mantel's court, on pages 12 and 21. My husband became hostile after losing his job. Finally, on Saturday Tribune, Governor Oyebanji congratulates Ayedatiwa on appeal court victory, page 7. Next up, Saturday Vanguard, above the mast, controversy over FIFA gold project in Nigeria, panic. Mommy Michelle head to court, page 23. I regret coming back to Nigeria. Nonagenarian mourns as son dies in police cell. On Home Affairs, polygamy is not new, but its meaning is no longer the same. The power in a name, how Nigeria works. On health, scientists discover novel way to prevent breast cancer. Fitness may rival Viagra for treating erectile dysfunction, according to study, page 3. On Arewa, why North can't blame Tinubu for marginalization, coming from Governor Sani, with rider how Kaduna Summit forced federal government to tackle North's alleged marginalization. On 2027, can coalition repeat 2015 feat and stop ruling party? With riders, disunity in opposition may pave way for APC. Government stifling opposition, coming from Bafarawa and Wosu. And finally, on Saturday Vanguard, we haven't called off strike, according to nurses, on Anyoma when ancestry trumps politics, on pages 8 and 15 respectively. On the Blueprint weekend, states on red alert as floods wreak havoc with riders. State governments ill-prepared to manage floods, coming from experts who've launched nationwide campaigns on flood, coming from National Orientation Agency, where we are sensitizing our subjects in flood-prone communities, coming from Monarch on pages 8 and 9. Beach Volleyball Championship, Abuja set to host 20 African nations. Over to the Guardian weekend, above the mass on the news feature, towards eliminating trade barriers and enhancing economic integration in West Africa, page 4. On Inside Stuff, Super Falcons, super reward without super future. Back page. On Spotlight, from ANI Foundation's off-grid electricity, rays of light illuminate Mayo Selby after decades of darkness. Page 10. Below the Guardian weekend mast, rice revolution. Lean harvest diminishes robust policies. And federal government vows sweeping reforms to end both mishaps as committee submits reports on page 2. In the news, use social media to build, not break Nigeria, Tinubu tells youths. BAT asks quantity surveyors on implementable frameworks, page 34. Finally, on the Weekend Guardian, court dismisses suit challenging MTN Nigeria board appointment, page 3. And that's the much you can take on our newspaper headlines. Our review is up next with our in-house analyst, Christy Oracle Maduka. He's in studio to do justice to our newspaper review. Good morning, Chris, and thank you for joining us again this morning.
Good morning, Chiki. Good morning, the good people of the world. We thank God for another day, a new day on Signature TV.
That's right. So, what do you have for us? What was it that struck your fancy?
I should have been what you have for me.
You know what they say, ladies first after the men.
Oh, okay. We are still in the same. Let's start from the Saturday Independent.
Okay.
We are looking at traders' frustrate fight against banditry, says Katsina Commissioner. It's unfortunate. The bug that is beating all Nigerians has beaten everybody. So while we are crying that there is insecurity, some people are smiling to the bank on the first business they make. They sell a bottle of
soft drink for 3,000 naira
to the bandits and terrorists. And they sell a liter of PMS, 5,000 naira. You know, Nigerians, I don't know who did this to us. We keep asking. But I know who did it to us. We did it to ourselves. Because the way we make our mouth, so we lie. But there's one thing I keep saying. The leaders of Nigeria are corrupt. The people they are leading are corrupt. So Nigeria, both the leaders and the led, are fantastically corrupt. This is what it takes us to. Blood money. People are, when the other side, some people are laying down their lives in the front lines, soldiers, young people, trying to protect Nigeria. Some people will corner at the side and be making fast business. And I think whatever Nigerian government and the security forces do to terrorists and bandits should be applied. Because in Nigeria, who gives bribe and the receiver of bribe are equally guilty. So who sells goods? This time we're only hearing about soft drinks and the PMS. But we have also some, yesterday I saw a soldier who is on leave, caught with over 450 live ammunition hidden in a sack in a bus stop, and the studies are how they cross. I hear in some areas of Nigeria, they measure bullets in Mudu. They said there are some hidden markets where bullets, Nigerians imported for Nigerian army to use. Some people smuggle it to get to somewhere, they sell them in Mudus.
Just the way they sell, grains in the market.
So when you are saying that you go to the market to buy ewa and agbado in Mudus, if those ones to also find where they go to buy bullets.
But it's interesting what the commissioner is saying. Is there no way of covering this sort of transactions? Because if you talk with these traders, they'll tell you they are being taxed for being where they are. So the commissioner coming out to...
Who is taxing who? The idea is that this is illegal business. But you can be in a shop paying government the regular or statutory tax.
But government has the wherewithal to round these people up.
That's what I'm saying. I said the rule is they should be very clear and it should be boldly written. If we catch you having any dealing with bandits and terrorists, the same thing that applies to them applies to you because you are on the enemy side. You should be. Joshua told the people, he said, choose you this day. So the Nigerians should choose which one. Are you going to be making billions, doing business with terrorists?
Yeah, I'm just saying, this 3,000 naira for a bottle of soft drink, you think everything is going to the trader?
Whoever, if
it's possible that there's an organ somewhere who may be a government official.
Well, like what I said, but when you're talking about the what is so sweet for the man who gave a woman belly, it's also sweet for the woman.
I'm just saying, it's just a vicious cycle.
That is it, and we know. So what Nigerians are just simply telling themselves lies, because sometimes people are shouting because they don't have opportunity. If some Nigerians find themselves in such opportunity where they sell a bottle of soft drink 3,000 naira, imagine. So from where they move the minerals to that source where they sell it. Now that the governor has said it, the chief security officer of the state know where the traders are doing this. We expect them to swoop in.
Absolutely.
But Nigerians, they are so creative and fantastically creative when to beat securities.
It's because our institutions are weak. Even if you bring a Westerner to Nigeria, he will become corrupt because our institutions are weak.
So what do? Let's get corrupt. Let's get worse. Let's get worse or it gets better.
Let's keep praying. Let's keep praying.
Is that prayer that you get to a point where God will say, for God's sake, let's just keep Nigeria on the pending list. Because we have
keep in view rather.
Remove 200 million on the average of Nigerians from about 7 billion people who are on this earth. Nigeria is infinitesimal. But we make so much noise as if God is only Nigeria. God can do without Nigerians.
Sure.
So if we don't want to help ourselves, God has done anything we do for us. See what is almost close by related. Where the bandits are taxing, and they've made over $191 million taxing indigenes. So you can see how big this business is. How big this business is. So when the sooner the government and the people, just declare, of course they will declare state of emergency. It's just to say whether that emergency we declared on insecurity is receiving enough attention, because so many things are going their way.
Yeah.
But the worst is this insecurity. You can manage so many things, but when this insecurity is there's a way, the word my mother used. You see, nanka chupu nwamboga for bedie. This one has made nwamboga to leave her husband's house, and that is
so it's the root cause of most of our of the ills.
Honestly, and I hear that the Tigers have gotten into another level.
Yeah,
of
semi-finals. Yeah,
and I said, who wouldn't make effort to get there, because
seeing what the Super Falcons.
When they say the Falcons did it, according to what you
then the Tigers should be able to do the same.
According to what Uganda politician, he said, if they did it, we can did it. So if the Tigers are saying, if Falcons did it, we can did it too, because they know, the Bible said Jesus looking at knowing what is prepared for him, he persevered and endured and went to the cross. So Tigers, go on. This is a Saturday morning. I don't even want to crack my head with so many issues.
Look at what is happening with the Benue IDP camp records.
The Benue IDP camp is another human interest stories. In a Melwai, some people are.
What does that even mean?
No, if we're here,
it takes two to tango.
I can take interest in you.
But it takes two.
It's like, let's go for lunch. And I say, oh no, I don't want to go for lunch. Now give me the cash. And I give the cash. You decide to carry the person who you prefer to lunch. That's what, if you are doing anything for a woman, the woman will be doing it to another person who she feels is more,
But I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why
the woman knows the father of the child is carrying.
That is not what we are talking about. It takes two to get pregnant. Why is the woman carrying the ball?
I'm only saying that the people in the ID camp in Benue, when I don't know, with 1 billion naira coming from the first lady, now by next 2 months, you will now hear that you have over 9,000 pregnant. Because it means that somebody is paying. Now, these are people who are there on charity. And then what you hear is...
You would think, yes.
In my village where we are struggling to survive and we are making everything by ourselves, this level of pregnancy is not happening.
Do you think?
There's no state. Normally,
do you think that even in a situation...
400...
Even in a situation of war, do you think it's possible that this human, psychological interaction, there's no way to stop?
My father told me is joy that brings.
No, but you think someone in
people, but it's only when you are in the spirit. That's when.
No, I actually meant to say physiological. It's a physiological interaction.
What I know, I feel as a man at this age. I'm a Christian father. At this level I am, I know it's only when you are in the mood that you have...
you have not been in an IDP camp, how would you know?
No, but then if they are there and you are sure that...
No, the environment actually matters.
You wake up in the morning, you go and drop your plate. Whatever they give you, you go back to your tent and eat in the afternoon. You won't come here like me, having to pay...
That is exactly what I'm saying. These guys are living off of charity. So they probably don't have a work to go to. Or any sort of responsibility that you have. So they have all the time. They have all the time in their hands. So maybe this... No. So maybe this
making babies is another heavy work. If they take it for granted. Because they are doing it because somebody is paying the bill.
You're just making fun.
I think we should take it.
Yes.
It comes to attention.
Yes, it does.
But then...
They have a lot of time on their hands.
They went the other day, after receiving 1 billion naira, said they want to go back to their houses.
Well, have they gone back?
They are protesting in so many ways. So if they use child factory or child production to spur and pressure the government to take them back to their houses, because very soon the IDB camps will be overblown.
Yeah, sure.
There will be no population to be the way they are going. The way they are going.
380 pregnancies in 1 month.
And these pregnancies will actually drop. But some. On the other lighter side, some politicians who do not care will soon go back and start recruiting those underage and registering them for voting because...
Wow.
Now let's talk about Nigeria must go. This world is turn by turn. There was a time Ghana must go. It sounded so sweet for us. Like Ghana must go, and they packed their things and left. And now, there's this what my father told me. He said, when what a husband refused the wife is sold in the market, the wife can actually go and buy it.
Yeah.
So, now for Ghanaians, what the snake that beats Nigerians those days, now is now using his tail to touch, Ghanaians at this time, and then it becomes tit for tat. The only thing we are calling for, if anybody want to rape his mother's daughter, you should go ahead and rape her. Don't say the girl passed my front and then I feel like I should rape. The idea to rape, if Ghanaians want Nigerians to go, let them discuss it and give them time to quit. You shouldn't go around talking about whether they occupy or do. There must be a reason to just tell them to go, and they should go. But let them not trigger whatever happened in South Africa. Sometime begin to kill your fellow blacks for whatever reason. Because what is Boke is Bengue. If you kill Nigerians, and it's not a threat, but I know that I've been to so many people's places. If you ask me to come in, as a Christian, they say if you go to anybody's house, they welcome you, eat and dine. If they say go, when you go, you dust your leg. That's what we expect. If they don't get involved in killing Nigerians, and if all the diplomatic amendment and all did not work, let us part ways and not shed blood. Because once blood is shed, we have shed enough blood in Africa. This blood shed trigger. Because if any of my relation is killed in Nigeria, must go in Ghana. If you tell me, you might forget. But me, that you did that to or told, we remember. And that's why we have recycling of violence all over. Because this is what's happening, and I'm laughing. If you kill any of my children, if I'm dying, I say, don't forget how I died. Make sure you retaliate. That's Africa. And even if it comes in 10th generation, they will want to find out who killed their papa. And they want to retaliate. So, what have you done? You have sown seed of violence and it's going back. So, that's why when we are preaching peace, they think it will because you're a coward. If you do me, I do you, remain. And that's how it has been. So, why not stop the fight before the push? You don't go and push somebody and I can't separate. Now that this is at this level with Ghana, let them tell Nigerians, give them enough time to pack out. Because when I saw when it happened in Nigeria, they gave them time. I think they even mobilized vehicles, trailers that took them back across the border. And they went home, nobody lost their life. No Nigerian touched any Ghanaians. But this time we have seen this, when it begins this madness, it's a madness that can consume Africa. And whoever is firing this ember of violence between Nigeria and Ghana is actually pulling the tail of the tiger. And they know what they're doing. They don't want Nigeria to be at peace once, for whatever reason. If they don't find it in...
I think it's just a Nigerian problem or an African continent problem.
I think Nigeria... because
putting wedges between
Nigeria
countries
over time
in Africa
has boasted and beat their chest.
And they are the
My
giants.
father said, if you hit your chest, the separate and you show even the spirit where your life is. Nigerians did it so much, and the people, a lot of Africans begin to see Nigerians as very proud and arrogant and imposing, and then it begin to attract a lot of negative things.
Sure.
Since we decide to go on a soft note, when you are Chigi, when you go home and you have any of your small children wanting to disturb you because you want to have an afternoon nap, just find the person one cup of alcoholic drink. And they said,
it is not
this
funny.
is wickedness,
it's not funny.
insensitivity.
It's horrible.
And human beings have...
This is just horrible.
Human beings have reduced themselves to animals.
Yeah.
Level of animals can't do this to their babies. You see, some mothers will have this time, do really have them.
Yeah, some mothers do really have them.
It's scary. When it was far time when I was in Ibadan, I heard that when they take children to nursery schools, they will mix up akamu with vitamin 5
drugs
and give them, and the children will be asleep for 72 hours.
Depressing.
You go and carry your baby from nursery school, drop after dinner, everything. The baby you think has not woken up. The next morning, when the child is trying to do like this, you take the child back and they give him another dose for another 3 days, so that they will be there. People are collecting money from you to look over, to take care of the kids. Will be somewhere, what they call doing manicure and pedicure, and the children they've given them drugs. They've loaded them with drugs, and they will be sleeping for all the hours. You come back from the bankers, drop in the morning, come back by 7 in the evening to pick a child sleeping. They don't even give. The
painful part is that this is coming from the mothers themselves.
That is it. So whoever, the person who sabi person, na the killer. The mothers know the children, and this is scary.
I hope they are prosecuted.
Well, it's only when, like I said, it's only the mother that know the husband or the father of the baby. So if you have a mother carrying a baby that is sleeping at the back and is shaking,
you wouldn't ask questions.
You will ask and say, "Is this baby giving alcoholic drink?" Or you enter their house and see them sleeping all through. You say, "These your children are peaceful. They are not disturbed." You say, "Yes."
Well, we have not gotten to that part where we can take blood tests to check alcohol.
74% of minors in Nigerian detention centers are held without tails. Whatever Nigeria show, they will read. Because you don't have anything future for Nigerian children. If you are regulating when we born them, you regulate when they go to primary school, regulate when they're admitted in university, regulate. But when you cannot regulate anything, you put them in prison, go to the street, gather them, put them in prison without detention and report, and they'll be rotting in there.
Without trial.
If any of them escape and come out, they will do Nigeria real good to pay back. So, the choice is Nigerians.
Well, we hope it
we
gets
train our
better.
children the hard way, and when we start reaping the fruit, we'll be asking, who did this to us?
Pray it gets better. God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria. So all those who desire to be blessed.
All right. Thank you so much for staying with us. Don't go anywhere. New Day continues after now.
Every second, every minute, every day, news is breaking, events occur, and there are new developments. At Signature TV, we follow these stories objectively, bringing all sides without bias, explaining the complex issues, breaking down the numbers, and investigating the issues behind the news. Anywhere and everywhere, near or far, wherever the news is, we will be there. Signature TV. News in your pocket.